Bold.
Cheeky.
Flashy. Gallus.
Oh my god.
What the hell have you bought?
Oh my god.
What have you actually bought? And
That's
why
it.
did you do it?
It's meant to be cherry limeade.
Cherry limeade what? Why has it got a bunny rabbit on the front of it?
Cherry limeade Terminator.
Cherry limeade Terminator.
It doesn't taste that bad.
It doesn't
to be
taste bad, does it? It smells like it could kill
honest.
you.
It sounds like give it a little sip. It doesn't taste that bad. It just tastes like artificial
It's got a
cherry.
YouTube logo on the side of it.
Is it? That's not good.
Okay. Fucking it. What is it?
It's an energy drink.
Okay. As someone that's never really consumed an energy drink before in his life, what the fuck is that?
It's really, really flat and it's shiny.
It's really, really flat. It tastes like, you know those bags of sweets you get at Christmas or Halloween that's got
Yes.
love hearts, fizzers, refreshers.
Mm-hmm.
See if you just took all of them, liquefied them, and put them in a can, shook the can a shit ton, waited a day, and then opened it. That's what you've got there.
Yeah. So before we continue with the podcast, what we're talking about just now is before coming into Ryan's, I went into local spa. I got some money from the ATM from getting a haircut on Thursday.
Exciting.
And I saw this. Sneak Energy, the Terminator. And it's cherry lime. It's cherry limeade flavour. Sneak Energy is disgusting.
Yes.
Myself and Josh bought a can each once of different flavours and they're both awful. This one's really not much better. It smells like it could kill you.
I'm experienced. I want my water.
I can feel my heart rate increasing. And I've had about 3 sips.
That's good. That's good. Good kind of energy we need for today.
I wonder how much caffeine's in this actually, as you continue on.
Too much because it's Christmas time here at the Gallus podcast, and every year for Christmas we do 3 Christmas film episode specials, and this is one of 3. Next week you will hear from myself and Josh. The week after that you will have the final Christmas one on the week of Christmas, which will be of course Calum and Josh. But today we're kicking things off with the most Christmas film of all time, the scariest Christmas film of all time, and what very quickly became one of my least favourite Christmas films
I actually really enjoyed it when I watched
of all
it.
time.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I always remember enjoying it as a kid, and I thought rewatching it like, oh, the cracks were starting to form. But I just enjoyed it.
I was just deeply uncomfortable, and I couldn't get past being deeply uncomfortable, which made me not enjoy it. Because I was like, yay, Christmas, but also I am terrified of every single person's face. I hate it when a face is on screen. Why is the child not got one of the faces, but why is she equally scared? I was
because
scared.
it's because Cindy Lou Who hasn't grown into her nose yet.
And they shave.
That's a quote from the film, by the way.
Of course it is. Welcome to this episode. It's got me and Calum talking about The Grinch 2000, featuring Jim Carrey, who plays the mean one.
Mr. Grinch.
Did you identify the caffeine numbers in your machine drink?
Not yet. It just has a warning on it saying that do not consume more than 40 milligrams of caffeine per day. Doesn't tell you how much is in this.
Definitely more.
You just continue on.
So to kick off this, I thought I would see how much of a Grinch I am. What percent Grinch am I? Considering I did not enjoy how the Grinch stole Christmas. Maybe it's because of my sheer love for Christmas. I'm sat here in one of the greatest Santa hats I've ever bought. It was also one of the cheapest ones. But my God, is it... I mean, feel this. It's the fluffiest, warmest, coziest thing. None of this cheap shit, which was actually more expensive, or the cheap shit I put on Christmas Joe's head, which is over there, which was even cheaper, or the expensive thing I bought in Centre Parks, which just didn't fit. But other than it not fitting, it was pretty okay. This one being the best. I love Christmas. Christmas is 85% of my personality, I would argue. So I want to find out how percentage of a Grinch I am. Where does we went to BuzzFeed, a quiz by Kristen Harris. She just took a DNA test and found out that she's 100% Grinch, which means I don't like her. This was posted on the 14th of December 2023. Thank you, Kristen Harris. So should you elect to want to join in at home, that's all the information you should need. Or just Google what I Googled, which was, am I a Grinch quiz.
I think I'll take this quiz as well, just after you're done.
Where does your holiday spirit fall on a scale of 1 to 10? We're going to assume 10 means most and 1 means least, so we're going to hop straight into 10. What's your favourite holiday tradition? Ooh, that's an interesting one. Because we're not American. We don't have very designated holiday traditions. It's got to be the post.
So it's got 150 milligrams of caffeine in it.
So you can't have 3.
You can't have 3.
That's fair enough.
That's not terrible. Monster has about 200, if I believe, and most. That is quite a lot. Most pre-workouts contain about 200 per serving. The average pre-workout.
What's your favourite holiday tradition? We're going to go with the post-family dinner, games, drinks, and catch-up.
How are they going to... Have you got an AI analysing that?
I don't know how they're analysing this. All I know is I've got a maximum of 128 characters. I've got the same, I believe, as a tweet.
Mm-hmm.
What's your least favourite thing about this time of year?
I see.
Scottish rain getting in the way of magical light walks.
I would say my least favourite part about Christmas time of year is God, I can't really think because I was going to say
you're right.
Nothing. Maybe it's how busy all the town centre becomes. It gets really, really quite busy. Like, it's the entire month of December and halfway through November leading up to Christmas, the high street is packed.
I've changed my answer to nothing. It's just magical and sparkly, and I bought a glue gun.
Wait, did you buy a glue gun?
Yeah.
Wow.
We could just time. How much do you decorate for the holidays? I feel like the correct answer is a moderate amount.
I would say...
Because we don't have any lights on the outside, you see.
Yeah, it's like me, but
But the interior, holy
yeah, it's like the living room's jam-packed. I've not got a lot in my bedroom personally, but I've got a decent amount of Christmas decorations put in my bedroom.
Well, you know my desk. Just imagine this desk, which has as much clutter and as much personality as possible, but imagine adding on a shit ton of Christmas things to that. There'll be tinsel on this desk. Over there, yeah, I've got a little mini Christmas tree that will be out. I feel like a moderate amount is the adequate answer.
I would say a ton.
Outside. And finally, what's your first name? Why, my first name is Ryan. Consulting the Grinch experts in Whoville. I've got 10 seconds
it's an AI.
to wait.
That's not very Christmassy.
Well, I wonder if it's how it's judged my batshit mental answers.
I was going to say,
I'm going to unwrap my results.
You're a mere 2% Grinch.
Yes! Who's... Oh, Ryan, you're a mere 2% Grinch with a heart as big as a who's and a love for jolly traditions like games and glimmer. You revel in holiday magic. A glue gun in your hand? Why, that's practically an ornament. You're all about cheer and sparkle, my festive friend.
Can I do this?
Which is a sentence I am going to use. I am going to take this. A glue gun in your hand? Why, that's practically an ornament. And I'm also going to steal. You're all about cheer and sparkle, my festive friend.
See, I was going to take this quite seriously, but now I think I can really, really mess with the AI, so I'm going to do that.
Sorry, I'm just downloading my results so I can send them to Ren. Because I feel like that's what she wants, right? How do I reset the quiz? Do I just let you change the answer?
There might be a thing at the bottom to reset. Retake quiz, there is.
My technical know-how knows no limits.
Where is your holiday spirit fall on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, I always get quite into the holidays. I'm not obviously going out like Merry Christmas. I'm not always dressing up for Christmas. But
this Santa hat will not leave my head the entire month of December.
See, I probably won't wear a Santa hat. I've got one Christmas jumper. I might get another one. once paycheck rolls around.
Oh yes.
Or Christmas gifts.
It's like 2 days time.
Yeah, I don't like that, having to get gifts for everyone, because it just adds a level of annoyance to the holiday. Because as my friend group has expanded, and as my friends have gotten closer over the years, I've got like 8 people I've got to buy a gift for. With like a £20 budget per person and a £40 budget for my brother, because he's my brother. That's a lot of money.
Ren.
Well, there you go. Well, I always buy a little something from mum and dad as well.
Oh well, of course, family. All family can get stuff, but Ren.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what I'm going to get, Ren.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't vocalise it, you see, because this episode will be revealed before Christmas.
Oh wow!
That's my plan. Should be a good day.
Is she a fan of that? Does she like that?
It'd be really funny if she wasn't, but yeah.
It would be it would be really funny if she wasn't.
Would you put it past me to get her just something that she has no say in the matter and will have to make yourself? Like that?
Is that for Christmas?
That's for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
That's from Centre Parks.
That's for Centre Parks, and that's for Christmas.
Yes.
Okay, I get it. I would say a solid 7. You know, I don't like spending all the money. I don't go out.
That sounds like you're a wee bit Grinch here. No wanting to spend money.
Cheer. But I love all the songs. Okay, the Christmas spirit.
Yes, the music.
Doesn't matter what holiday rolls around. I always get really into it. Like my dad at Easter time, he usually watches Jesus Christ Superstar during around Easter time. I like the eggs and stuff like that. Halloween I always get very into it. Christmas I always get very into it. But there's certain things that, you know, like being on a budget isn't very good for Christmas time.
I'm blinded by the
But I like you know, I'm upping it to an 8.
Yeah.
Because I got reminded, I like all the Christmas chocolate and the sweeties,
Christmas.
mince pies and all that. What's your favourite holiday tradition? I gotta say, it's watching Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yes. I don't think this Grinchy guy's gonna like you for not saying the Grinch though.
No, because if I said the Grinch, you'd be like, you sound a bit of a Grinch.
Do you have to enter this into the machine like you're talking to an AI or a...
Well, we're about to find out what is your least favourite thing about this time of year. Starving children. Starving children and...
Like the activity of starving children?
No, just that children and orphans are starving. How much you decorate your house? How much you decorate for the holidays? I'm gonna say a moderate amount as well.
I feel like it's the right answer.
Because a ton
implies America.
Also, these are like, it's like barely or not at all. A little bit is like, okay, you put up a tree, and the odd decoration.
And it's a small tree.
A moderate amount to me is you get your living room all blinged up.
Whole,
You've got stuff in every room.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if like something a little bit. You've got stuff in
Christmas
every room.
candle in the toilet.
You've got Christmas like
cutlery.
Like Christmas mugs. Like I've got a Christmas mug. I've got stuff like that. So I would say a moderate because a ton screams to
Your
me.
Christmas pajamas are out.
Exactly, because as soon as it hits a ton, that's when it's
there's a sleigh in your front garden.
That's when it's like decorations outside.
You've
got like you've got a ton of stuff.
Danny DeVito dressed as Santa.
So I'd say a moderate amount. And finally, what's your name?
I don't think the name has any impact. I think this is just to...
Oh, I've actually named myself the Grinch who stole Grinchmas. What would it say?
15-second countdown as it consults the Grinch experts in Whoville.
Yeah.
I like that we're communicating directly with Whoville here.
Yeah.
So you know it's legit.
Exactly.
You know it's not just...
You know the mayor of Whoville.
Oh.
It's unwrap my answers, right? Unwrap my results.
Unwrapping another man's answers.
I'm a merry 37% Grinch. You've got a joy love for the holidays, but your heart still grumbles at the thought of those starving children and orphans. Sprinkling some decorations to enjoy Muppets holiday cheer, just a tad crusty. Was there kindness beneath that facade? Ho ho ho. So is it saying it's a bad thing that I'm upset about children and orphans? I think what it's saying is...
I think it's saying that that's what makes you Grinchy.
It makes me grinchy because I grumble at the thought of children and orphans. Now, is it grinchy because I'm thinking about that, or is it grinchy because I'm sad about it?
I think you broke the thing.
I think I kind of broke it. I think it's, if I say that I'm sad, like if I bring up something sad, it's like, well, that's not very holiday. This is literally, it's Mayor, I forget his name. The mayor. So,
Oh, what's he called? From Sneedville.
Whoville. Sneedville is for the Sneeds and the Sneetches on the beaches.
I'm going to the Lorax here. They're all the same. They're all dog
the
fizzles.
same.
They're all creepy.
Thneedville is called Thneedville because everybody needs a Thneed. It's a thing that all people need.
That's true. However, it is also Whoville, isn't it?
No, Whoville's different. Whoville is of the Who's. Thneedville is a place of the Thneeds. And Aloysius O'Hare.
But all just human beings.
But we're going to call them... Well, the Who's are different. There's
Can we call him the Catman?
See, I was going to call him Bartholomew Who. So you have Mayor Bartholomew Who of Whoville.
The Catman.
And he is like, if it's an unchristmassy thought, you shan't think it. So it's just thinking about the Grinch. Not quite. Have you seen the original Grinch cartoon?
No.
It's very good. I don't know if I've got a Grinch like book lying around anywhere, but I've seen the original cartoon. It's very fun.
I've seen the new animated one that I thought was quite good.
What, the one where the picture says what knee surgery is tomorrow? It's that one. The illumination animation.
If that's the right one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was quite good because it was the same story but not scary.
Yeah, no, I quite like this one. Like how I don't know when it was made, but you can see there's like visible film grain on it and stuff like that.
I mean, it's the answer.
Listen, I used to watch it. It didn't matter what time of year it was. If I went into my papa's house and we were there for more than a few hours, we'd put on the Grinch.
It just gets to that time of day, you know.
Just get like, I want to watch the Grinch.
I think it's Grinch o'clock.
Because he really liked it. Because it was something that miraculously only clocked watching it last night. As my papa adopted a lot of his mannerisms from the Grinch. He'd just go, he'd laugh like that.
2000's finest character defining moments.
He would do stuff like that. He also did the Hannibal Lecter thing and go, but that was unrelated. That's just the sort of shit he'd do.
Is it not Anthony Hopkins that's... No?
Go on.
Is he in the film?
I don't think he's in the film.
I thought he was in the film.
Who did you think he was?
The voiceover man.
Maybe. I don't know. He goes, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch."
You see voiceover man.
I'm glad. What is she doing now? I'm looking at the person who plays Cindy Lou Who, and it looks like she's a musician of some sort.
American singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Has she got... Like, no, that's the wrong one. I want albums. These are not albums.
She looks a little bit like Thomasin Mackenzie. You know, the woman from last night in Soho.
Unfortunately, she's not.
Okay. Well, we can find all the names now.
Voiceover man. Voiceover man is not coming up.
What's her name? Cindy Lou Who's actor.
It might be easier to. I've gone on a horrible route trying to find. This guy.
Yes, I know Anthony Hopkins.
He's the guy that eats people, right? Not in the Grinch.
I don't think I've found the right one. What is her name? Who narrates Grinch?
That's not the right Grinch.
Well, Pharrell Williams is a narrator in the Illumination ones. Taylor Momsen.
I was right! Yes!
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins does narrate the Grinch.
He did it in a single day.
I mean, it's not hard to read words from a script when you're a talented actor, man. But I got a thing right to do with a film, Calum.
I think I've found her. I don't know if this is her band.
I can't gloss over the fact that I got a thing right about a movie.
You got a thing right.
Hannibal Lecter and the Grinch. The
Yeah,
Grinch is
that's her, isn't it?
It looks like her.
Yeah. So I think this is her. Oh yeah, that's her. That's the picture. That's the cover art for it. She's naked. She's lying there naked. One of her albums. Let's put on her most popular song. We've got 1.9 million listeners monthly.
All because she was in the Grinch.
There she is. That's Cindy Lou Who.
Did she have a little sing? Okay. It's got that beat. Oh, it's like a knockoff every song ever.
This is certainly something, all right.
Keep the boss.
It sounds like a wrestler's intro theme.
It does. It's Randy Orton walking down to Cindy Lou Who.
Gonna RKO Cindy Lou Who.
Oh no, not Cindy Lou Who. So,
Sorry, that's what I'm reading.
see the dog in this movie. I felt
Max.
really bad for the dog.
Yeah,
The dog got abused by a Grinch.
Mhm.
At first I was like, oh, at least the Grinch has a dog. And then I was like, never mind. The Grinch abuses a dog and then tries to force the dog to be a reindeer. And the dog doesn't want to be a reindeer. But then I was like, hang on. Even the dog is quite unsettling and creepy too. And then I lost all sympathy for the dog because I found the dog scary.
It's just a dog.
Every character, I found myself just really creeped out by everything that was going on
You're overthinking
in
it.
this film. Overthinking. I couldn't think about
Ryan,
the film for being creeped
Ryan,
out.
the whole thing takes place on a snowflake. The Who's have at least hundreds of years of history. Do you know how quickly a snowflake melts? How quickly the entire film probably takes place over the course of like a millisecond in real time. Did you think about that? I bet you didn't. When that snowflake hits the ground, by the time it hits the ground, everyone's dead. Every character who even knew about the Grinch is gone. And then it all melts away.
No.
Now, have you ever heard about the Sneetches on the beaches, Ryan?
No.
There were Sneetches on the beaches. Some had stars in their bellies and some didn't. And it's a story about racism. That's another one of Dr. Seuss's books. So it's another good one about one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
What's happening?
Doesn't matter, but anyway.
Who is this deranged psycho?
There was a Grinch.
There was a Grinch once.
Yes.
And he was a little kid.
And he lived on Mount Crumpet and he travelled through chutes that were made to dump it to Crumpet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to try and rhyme?
Well, I'm going to try to. If I see the opportunity, I'm going to.
Alright, I was just going to say he was a wee Wayne once that shed green. Because he's green, you see. And the other one's dark white.
I'm sure the puppet for Baby Grinch exists still. I remember recalling seeing that somewhere. It was either saw something where it was similar to the original Yoda puppet, where it was really just it had disintegrated and it looked really, really weird, or it was still kept in good condition and someone that owns it.
I hope it has disintegrated.
Hope it hasn't because
terrifying.
he goes Santa and it's gone. Also, the fact that like the one part that wounded me out is
all of it. Every interaction between the Grinch and the child.
It's every interaction between the Grinch and Martha Mayhew. Because she's like, you know, she's got big boobies and she's pretty, but she loves the Grinch. And she's recounting the story when the Grinch, you know, raged out in the classic, oh, the muscles on the Grinch. And then it's like this child actor who's just making like sexual innuendos to the Grinch.
I hate it.
Or just like hitting on the child Grinch. And I'm going to go, whoa. And then Martha May, who's grown up, and like, whoa. And the Grinch lands in his head and between her boobies. And I went, whoa.
That's the Grinch.
Yeah, and of course, if we were shooting this in a video format, like I said earlier, the thumbnail would be a close-up of Martha May's boobies and the Grinch doing a smile and big red text saying, how did they get away with this?
That would be the thumbnail.
There's a few jokes.
An arrow would also be pointed towards the Grinch, but that would be my arrow,
then,
being like, how did they get away with making a thing look that
yeah,
creepy
and
market the film to kids. How
Yeah,
can I
and then
enjoy
there'd be a big
Christmas if I'm scared? How can I enjoy Christmas if I'm scared? This is not
Right,
meant to
it's
be
not that scary. It's funny. It probably goes
funny.
and you see like the POV.
I pulled my blanket
I
over my
watched.
eyes.
I just watched the whole
And
thing.
I needed to phone Ren for emotional support.
I thought I was going to skip through the boring parts, but I didn't. I'm like, I'll just watch it.
I don't. There wasn't boring parts. I was under a blanket for most of it.
No, it was all very good.
Scared. It may have been good. I was blinded by how
Listen,
creepy it
of
was.
course, it's a weird movie. All the prosthetics are very, very.
Yes, the prosthetics
they're
are
all
scary.
very strange.
Concept good. Scary execution. Worked much better than animated.
It's a
much like
classic
all
story.
Doctor Zeus. See the Cat in the Hat. That creepy bastard can get the fucking off.
Okay, that one's different. Because that one's just shit in every way. This one had some things to like about it. I don't listen. It's weird things here and there. Like The Cat in the Hat is a very, very annoying film to watch. It's hard to sit through The Cat in the Hat. With The Grinch, there's parts you can like about it, but I don't know why they decided to make Whoville into this chaotic fucking nightmare land where there's constant Dutch angles, everything's moving at like 1,000 miles a minute. That part kind of made me feel a bit odd.
It's Christmas. It's the end of Christmas, and that means Christmas. It's exciting.
But I still enjoy it. Because obviously the original one is very, very. It's relaxed. If I remember correctly, it's quite relaxed. It's like where it's like, I don't like those Who's very much. And as they snoozeville and Who'sville, I'm going to sneak down into their homes and steal Christmas. For I am the Grinch. I'm a mean one, Mr. Grinch. And then he does it.
Did you ring Grinch with Grinch?
Yeah. Well, listen. One of my on the topic of rhymes, one of my favourite rhymes of all time is when rapper T-Pain said that he could take you to a mansion way out in Wisconsin. I thought that one was pretty good.
Everything that's just changing the word to suit.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Or one of the worst rhymes of all time when Eminem said he could make orange rhyme with banana, born-nana, whatever the fuck that means.
Funnily enough, both of those came from rappers.
Mm-hmm. But Dr. Zeus,
You can do some rhyming.
He's a master of rhyming. Because Sam I Am, I do not want green eggs and ham. I think one of my proudest achievements is when I was sat in an Xbox party one time and I actually read all of One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish without stuttering or messing up once. Like I did there. Yeah, I think you saw that. Yeah, but can you talk about the Grinch, right? Can you talk about what scared you about the Grinch?
Everything. Like, he towers over a child. The child itself is creepy. She doesn't feel like she has thought. She just stands there looking blankly and goes, "The Grinch. Tell me about the Grinch." As she's staring at it. Does she blink in the entire duration of sequences? She gets wrapped up by the Grinch at one point, and then her scary little arms just poke out, and then her dad thing comes in and is like, "Oh, you've got really, really good at that." And I'm like, I'm scared by the human.
She has siblings who just kind of
and the Grinch and the dog. I'm scared of everyone.
Yeah, see, you were terrified. I'm like, I'm gonna get lost in this madness because as the Grinch eats his rotten banana peels, because he's about as pleasant as a slimy black banana peel.
He breaks the fourth wall quite frequently.
He's the Grinch, Ryan, and he slithers like an eel. And he's about as pleasant as a slimy black rotten banana peel.
Is that a justification for the fourth wall breaks?
No.
So he talks a wee bit.
He does do that. He does do that.
He makes some funny jokes.
Does he do that at least once?
Multiple times.
Because there was one time I clocked on to. Every other time I thought he's talking to himself. One time he spoke right to the audience.
I mean, he might be talking to himself, but he's facing the camera. I'm scared of Grinch, man. He's green. His fingers are scary.
He does have some scary things.
Someone says he smells bad. I bet you she's right.
Well, yeah, because in the opening he rubs some onions in his armpits.
Oh. He nicks Christmas. That's like his whole thing. Is he's going to become Santa Claus. So he does. He commits kidnap at one point. He strips a man naked. He commits lots of just crimes. Casually.
Oh, so see something that's kind of funny.
He gets voted the most Christmassy festive bell ringer person.
Wait, see something which I had forgotten about, to be honest, but I am remembering now. See, you know the part where he's pondering on the mountain, and he's kind of standing like, and the Grinch gets an idea and he goes, like that.
Yeah, and it's scary.
Yeah, so that's like an hour in.
Yeah.
See the entire film before that is made up. The rest of it is the book.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Because
there's like 7 plots going on.
I've created one flaw with the film. Obviously, there's quite a lot, but there's one flaw that I can think of right now, which is there are no rhymes. There are barely any rhymes in the film until it gets to the part where the book begins. And then,
I'm sure there's rhymes.
There's like 1 or 2 things where the Grinch starts to rhyme and he catches himself out. Every now and then I catch a like rhyme here or there. But
Anthony Hopkins is rhyming.
Yeah. Well, he's narrating, of course. But it gets very, very obvious when it starts to be like every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
That's the introduction to the film, isn't it?
It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be, perhaps, that his shoes were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small.
He's always naked.
He is always naked. He's always dick flapping, strutting around going, Max, fetch my coat.
And he doesn't acknowledge that he is naked.
There are a lot of jokes in this, which genuinely, how did they get away with it? I think a lot of it comes down to being like, that's a different time. The world was less woke.
Yeah, goddamn 2000. Peak edge.
But a lot of it is also just like, okay, because some jokes are straight up vulgar, other jokes are a little bit more subtle. He finds it's like a house coat where it's like a lingerie see-through like house coat. He makes some joke about like the woman who would have tossed it out.
He's
and then appears Cindy Lou who hadn't even grown into her snout.
What? Cindy Lou Who snout?
No, well, I'd said he makes a joke
about
the woman who tossed it out. No.
Oh right, it was rhyming with it out because Cindy Lou Who's the little girl with the nose.
Yeah, well then again, there's also a comment after the Grinch spits fire and burns the tree down, and then there's really, really dramatic music as an explosion happens behind them. As Mayor, we forgot to look at his name, but Mayor Bartholomew, who, as he is kind of looking at all this, he's like, you should have listened to me,
lady.
You should listen to me about the Grinch, not this little girl who hasn't even grown into her nose yet. So it implies that at a certain point, always just going to go, and they grow this disgusting big schnoz.
It's got to be puberty.
I reckon so.
It's got to be puberty. Everyone grows their nose puberty.
Yeah.
I did that. You did that.
Yeah.
It's not a joke about anything else.
It's just that when it happens to the Who's, they get big noses. They get really, really huge noses.
Yeah, no parallels to anything else ever.
Nope.
To have ever happened. I liked it when he started nicking Christmas.
Yeah, I like.
Then I was rooting for his downfall.
I like when he took all the food in the house. The only thing left was a crumb, even too small for even a mouse.
You've rhymed.
I've rhymed. That one was a poor rhyme.
He goes to his first house, and in his first house that he attempts to nick everything from, a little girl confronts him as like, please visit the Grinch. And I was like, holy shit, he's having his revelations in house 1. None of this will wait a few houses in before someone adds a wee obstruction to his plan. No, just straight up, house 1, somebody's calling it the Grinch for his shite. And I was like, okay. I'm still equally as scared because this child is also very creepy. And why is she not acknowledging that this man is the Grinch.
No,
Everyone.
I think she knows it's because she's so young and she hasn't grown into her nose that she. Well, it was because the Grinch saved her. Of course, she was scared of him when he showed up, but he's just so intimidating because he went. I think he lunged at her down from the ceiling like some sort of gargoyle. He lunged at her from the ceiling, and she was speechless.
Demon.
And then she fell in the thing, and then he saved her. And then from that point, she's like, well, how evil can he be? He didn't let me die.
Well, he almost. Yeah.
And then he went, oh, bleeding heart of every who. And he saved her. And they went, saving you? That's what you thought I was doing? I simply noticed you were improperly packaged, my dear. And then he wraps her up. I like how she could have gotten out at any time because as soon as her dad was in the room, she just busts out.
But she decided, I'm going to be a drama queen.
Yeah.
Little prick. Scary little prick.
Yeah.
And then the Grinch, after being confronted in his first house that he attempts to nick from, having then proceeded to nick everything from it, he goes to another house and he has this really funny bit where he somehow is underneath the house with a saw. He proceeds to saw underneath the
that
house.
happens in the cartoons.
It doesn't make any sense.
It does if it's two stories, isn't the bottom story?
Okay, that makes sense, but he'd be surely crushed.
Listen, did you see him pick up that sleigh?
Aye, but I thought that
Imagine
was...
this. What's the average? How many houses are there in Whoville? Each one of those has a tree in it, a real tree, and he lifted them all up. Like, come on, Ryan. He's pretty durable.
His fingers are so long.
It's just hair. He's got regular human-sized fingers, but they're really, really hairy, so they look really, really big.
Why did he not cut the fucking hair when he just gave the shaver just to make it, a wee bit easier for him?
Because were you watching the movie? When he was a little boy, he was insulted for having a beard at the age of however old he was. So he tried to shave himself, he cut himself. Everyone laughed at him, apart from Martha Mayhew, who, of course, really fucking was thirsty for that Grinch dick. She was...
We've seen it, Calum. He doesn't have one.
Anytime, well, you never know. He could be like a dog. It's hidden away. But
Intractable.
anytime the Grinch is mentioned, she goes into some sort of trance. He's like, oh. So,
that green fucker.
So everyone apart from her mocks him because he messed up while shaving. And then he destroyed Christmas. And she went, oh, the muscles. He lifted up the tree and threw it. When he was a child, by the way, he threw that shit.
Which means he's equally stronger and able to carry many more.
So he doesn't shave anymore.
Aye, but cutting the hair off your fingers isn't really shaving. That's getting a haircut.
No.
You don't shave a finger.
Yeah, but...
You're guaranteed to cut yourself if you start shaving a fucking finger.
Well, listen, it's also so he can go like that and he can wag his really long, hairy finger.
Just to add to his creepiness, I reckon.
Yeah.
We Dr. Zeus was like, I'm going to design the creepiest fucker known to man. And then the director of The Grinch, who would also direct a bunch of strange shit.
Also, by the way, just like, obviously, of course, because there's no characters in the hold up. There is exactly 3 characters mentioned in the Grinch book: Santa, the Grinch, and Cindy Lou Who. Their first interaction in the book is when she meets him in the house.
That's all you need. You only need 3.
Now,
like, a book's a book's a book.
Now,
A film's a film's a film.
Do you want to know the way that the book ends?
I hope with the Grinch's imminent
So obviously
destruction.
he has his little puzzling part where he's stolen all the gifts and the Who's are still singing, and he talks about how it came with like packages, boxes, or bags, and he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzle was sore. And the Grinch saw something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so right, he whizzed with his load to the bright morning light, and he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast. And it ends. So there's no kissing this woman who has been thirsting for all this, none of that. It's no big smooching, it's no big booby grabbing or anything like that. There's no Bartholomew Who, the mayor of Whoville, being humiliated. He has like a bra or something wrapped around his head.
Well, you had to expand on the script for the mainstream, you see. You got to make it more watchable, because you couldn't stretch that out to 90 minutes. But if you added an entire hour to the film,
Well, what's it they
that
do?
saves
How
it.
long is the Illumination one?
Probably, I imagine 90 minutes.
How was it they stretched that one out?
Little Grinch side quests.
Well, as in just being like, what? Just fucking.
It was 85 minutes.
Mhm.
I mean, the annual holiday celebration. The fucking Benedict Cumberbatch is in this.
Yeah, he was the Grinch. Now, what if there was a role reversal? So, being the Grinch that stole Christmas, it was the Christ that stole Grinchmas. And all the Whoville's were really, really angry about Christmas. And then the Grinch came along and made him really. The Christ died for the. The Christ was born. And then they were so overwhelmed with religious zealotry that they made Christmas. Also, the recording space has been going down quicker than the speed, because we should have had about an hour and a half. We've only got an hour.
This is incredibly interesting stuff that I'm going to leave in, so that you know if the recording is interrupted later. This is why Audacity hates me.
Yeah. It also could be because you have a lot of shit saved on your computer,
Nothing saved on
and
my
you've got
computer.
no idea where half the storage is going.
It keeps disappearing.
Yeah. But,
Nothing's saved to the computer. Except for all the things saved to the computer.
yeah, exactly.
What if the Who stole the Christmas from the Grinch? So the Grinch likes Christmas, so they steal it.
No, what I was thinking more so is it's a town full of Grinches and they all hate Christmas, and the Christ is born and they all love Christmas.
See, these are inverses coming to the Grinch's story over the next, I assume, 50 years. I think we're going to get these variants.
See, I think that that's just like a classic story that will be never changed.
Yeah, but I think it will be, because money.
True. Well, then again,
You can sell a lot of Grinch toys.
Look what we did to the Lorax.
You can do anything you want. Anyway, the director directed Willow.
What's Willow?
I feel like the poster speaks for itself. Just a terrible, terrible, great film.
Mm-hmm.
A world where heroes come in all sizes. It's got Warwick Davis in it. And
Is-
Val Kilmer.
Who's Val? He was Batman at one point, wasn't he? Yeah, he was Batman in that one. Who was his villain in that? Was that the one who was Riddler and Two-Face?
Yes.
And that came after the.
The Christmas one.
No, it came after the. Yeah, is it Jack Nicholson? No, it's not Jack Nicholson. God, what's his name?
Keaton?
Yeah, Michael Keaton. Like, did it come after those or before them?
After.
Mm.
But before Clooney. He also directed Ed TV.
Oh, it's Ed TV.
Matthew McConaughey. Touches Women.
It's gone back up.
Right, he's definitely got more mainstream shit that you might have heard of, such as...
This is starting to taste like pee, by the way.
I mean, the Sneak Energy is piss.
The limited edition Terminator Sneak Energy can.
Such as Solo. Grinch directed to direct Solo.
It doesn't really add up because I quite enjoy Solo. Okay, this is really starting to piss me off now. So the guy who directed The Grinch directed the Da Vinci Code. Okay. He also directed Rush.
Angels and Demons, Apollo 13, Inferno, Heart at Sea, Splash, A Beautiful Mind. I would argue the funniest one being Cinderella Man.
What's Cinderella Man? Is it like Gemini Man, but it's Cinderella?
Like, pretty sure it's like an award-winning boxing film with Russell Crowe and Paul Giamatti. What has Paul Giamatti been in? Who is Paul Giamatti?
What his name was? Paul.
American Splendor. That's why I know of Paul Giamatti, because I was just writing about him in my essay on the Iron Claw.
Yeah. The Iron Claw.
All 8 pages of it so far.
Mm.
Gonna kill a man. That'll be submitted on, I believe, the day this episode gets released. That's exciting. Back to Christmas spirit. God, I love Christmas.
Christmas.
And if the Grinch tried to steal Christmas from me, I would RKO that prick, and I would probably shave him.
I think
bald.
if the Grungle came into my house, I would shave him and I would say, "Let me see your balls, boy." They're hidden away behind that fur. I'd go.
It's actually so unsettling.
It really is, and it comes out of nowhere as well. It's kind of random. And he goes, "What do you want?" And she goes, You're the Christmas cheermeister." And he goes,
An award.
And then he kills her. He strangles her to death.
That's what I saw.
And he said, "Max, it'd be a really different film if instead of stealing Christmas, he stole whose lives." He said, "Max, fetch my sickle and cloak."
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Okay, listen. If the Grinch ever goes into public domain, is he in the public domain already?
It wouldn't surprise me.
I feel like there's a Grinch horror movie.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
There is a Grinch horror movie.
I assume it's just that. It's just he breaks into folks' homes and kills people. Oh, wow, that's great. Poor. Look up Grinch horror movie.
I tried. That's what that says. I think it's called Mean One. The Mean One.
So I'm assuming it's not actually. So. Oh yes, shit! I've seen like a review of this.
David Howard Thornton, the man that plays Art the Clown.
Oh, of course it fucking is.
Why? But what if I said that's not how it went down?
This is just terrifying with the Grinch. It's terrifying with the Grinch.
No, poor girl. Her mother was killed.
Well, it takes place after the events of the Grinch.
Never got a reliable description of the man.
If only he looked like that. Oh my god!
God, this looks awful.
If the Christmas killer is back, this town cannot go through another Christmas killer thing. Not again.
This town cannot go through another Christmas killer thing. That's a quote.
But that thing that lives just north of the hill does not.
The Grinch is actually scarier in The Grinch than he is in The Grinch, the Mean One, the horror.
Oh, of course, because this isn't. Of course, so he's not public domain, but it's not official because they never call him the Grinch in it. They always call him the Mean One.
Yeah, no wonder that the suggested trailer is for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2.
Which apparently is good. Apparently you enjoy that.
It's good, yeah.
Okay, now what is lick domain meant to be?
I thought it was Grinch.
Grinch.
Public.
There you go. Oh, good. Okay, good. So Dr. Zeus's stuff isn't public domain because you know as soon as Dr. Zeus's books go into public domain, they will be fucked.
Yeah, in like 2070.
Yeah.
I had my fun looking for shit. Say 2070, you can make use of the Grinch.
Mhm.
So, and maybe in 2070, I can make my incredibly exciting The Who stole the Christmas from the Grinch, and they just kind of bullied him a bit.
They said, "Bitch," and they punched him. And
You
they
like Christmas.
went,
And the issue is, because he's just one of them, they do the same thing back.
yeah.
And then he cries. It's actually a commentary on males' mental health.
Wow. See, that's what we need. We need Sneetches on the beaches, but it's told in the hood. So obviously the story of Sneetches on the beaches is it's literally it's these two people that look like the exact same. It's these Sneetches who live on the beaches,
Of course, Calum.
and one group of them have stars in their bellies, and one group of them don't.
Of course.
And the ones with stars in their bellies are like superior citizens. And then a man comes to town and he says,
I'm a man.
He's
I've come to town.
He's just like a random schmuck, to be honest. He's like a Dr. Zeus kind of. He's just like, hey, all Sneetches without stars on your tummies. Go on this machine, you can get them on your tummies. And then they do it, and then the ones with stars get them removed, and then they say, okay, well now no star is the new with star, so we're still superior. There's a whole bunch of back and forth with that, and then eventually, I think it's all of them get stars, all of them have no stars. It's still a mix, but they don't care anymore, and they're all just on the beaches, in the hood. Imagine that. because
God, Dr. Zeus, why won't your shit come in the public domain?
see, I really hope it just never does.
Yeah, but then people might make something that isn't as scary or is actually intended to be scary as the 2000s Jim Carrey Grinch thing. I'm scared of the Grinch.
Well, you know, if Moist Critical was still alive, it'd be like, he was very critical here, the most in the new horror Grinch movie. Featuring the Grinch.
I'd be asleep in that bed and the Grinch.
Now, what if it was the
Shit myself.
Grinch stealing Christmas? He stole taxpayer money. He was hunted by the US government.
Sounds like a Kevin Loach film. And it's set in like
It would just be
suburban England.
It would just be like it'd be like Hell or High Water, but it's the Grinch.
Set in Echo Frickin.
Set in Aberdeen.
Somewhere near Carlisle. He's just got green hair.
Penrith. And Grinch has green hair.
He's just a guy other than that. Bit
He's
grizzled.
been horrifically mutilated in his face. It looks like a Dr. Zeus character.
Stop drawing your scary things, Dr. Zeus. You trauma kids.
Yeah, well, have you seen the scary Dr. Zeus paintings? I think,
What?
there's like, I can't remember the story behind it, but I think it was in the final years of his life he painted some more like adult paintings, and then once he died, they were all released. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, so these are like some of the ones which were released after his death. I think. A lot of them are just quite depressing.
Calum, I've contracted sadness. I wonder where my Emma is tonight. My personal favourite Dr. Zeus. Oh, I'd love to go to the party, but I'm absolutely dead.
Mm-hmm. Self-portrait of the artist worrying about his next book. Enhance that image, Ryan. Sunbathing bird. Oh yeah. Oh my.
Too much detail on that.
Wow.
It's alright, Calum. $995 US dollar.
And that can be mine.
That's for Unframed, the sunbathing bird.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's grim.
I wouldn't mind a wee Dr. Zeus painting.
Calum, I'm not buying you whatever the fuck that was.
God, these are awful. It's like the fan. Well, for 30,000 check Corona. Why did you go get to Corona?
For fun. Right, where'd you... Jake got come under British pound.
It'd be pound sterling. So it'd be GBP, Great British Pound.
United Kingdom?
There you go, for them. So it would be. Oh no, you did it wrong, Brian. Oh, there you go. So it'd be for £800.
You could have the bird sunbathing.
Got the bird sunbathing.
It's a layered joke. You see,
No, we've got less than 1 minute recording space.
You see, it's a layered joke because it is a bird, but it's also a bird. Wink, wink. And the bird is sunbathing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got bits.
It's got boobies and a bum.
Bits.
Yeah, it's got giblets, let's just say that.
It's got a snout and all.
Yeah, it's got a
Unlike our poor wee Cindy Boo.
Yeah, Cindy Lou Who, she's too young. She hasn't been going to her nose yet, and she gets spooked by the Grinch, but she doesn't because she doesn't care about what people say about the Grinch.
No.
She thinks he's a good little guy.
She's a Grinch sympathiser.
Exactly, and they pay dearly
For reasons
because,
I can't quite understand.
because he sets off a high caliber explosive in the middle of town. He spews fire and burns down the Christmas tree.
He does do all of
He
this.
shaves a man's head. He motorboats a woman.
Another
But-
man shaves his own head.
Yeah, well then again, also I'm just saying, when he motorboats a woman, you can't say this in a lot of cases, but you can in this one. She wanted it. You can't say it in most other cases, but in this case you can say
30 years of pent up frustration.
you can say like, and it just got worse from there. From that moment, she said, "I need that full Grinchy girth." As soon as the Grinch landed betwixt her bosom. Oof,
Poetry, mate.
exactly.
Poetry. I'm just scared. That I can't say much on the Grinch other than I'm scared. Now you posed the question in the interim and we were quickly getting more free space as to how can you link the Grinch to, say, any movie, and the movie you suggested was
Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Psycho. So I feel like the only fair thing to do is to start with
So,
getting the Grinch.
Now I don't want to do it. I don't want to do. What's going to be way too hard is finding someone who worked on the film and then linking it to Psycho. But I think if we go on the Grinch's IMDb and then through recommended movies, slowly work our way to Psycho. Is right.
Alright. So I think we shall identify this by how many movies you have to go through
Yeah.
until it pops up. So that's it. We will count every click, every choice you make about the recommend movies you choose, that counts as one. And the question is, can you get from The Grinch to Psycho in under 10 movies?
I don't know, to be
And
honest.
if not, how many will you use? I should have made that rhyme, shouldn't I? This thing's fucking terrifying, by the way. Just look at her.
Ryan, that is just a little girl.
Look at her eyes.
It is just...
Look at her eyes.
Ryan's just pulled up Cindy Lou Who. In case you thought he was talking about the Grinch, he's talking about Cindy Lou
Look
Who.
at her eyes.
Who is just a little girl, Ryan. She's literally just a girl.
Look at her eyes. Her eyes don't change.
Yeah, because she's not wearing any sort of prosthetic makeup. The Grinch's eyes don't change. Look at him. Oh, there he is, his Bartholomew.
Same eyes. Where do we find recommended movies before I go?
More like this. So that's where it is.
It's more like this at the bottom.
Ryan, we just passed by it.
I'm not good at things.
Keep scrolling up. Keep going. So right there.
This.
Yes.
Okay.
So no, I mean we can scroll along. I think.
Yeah, we can scroll along. We can scroll along.
We
That's
can scroll
absolutely
along.
fair.
Which is we need to find a film which will link us there. So let's think. Psycho. If we think I think of classic films.
A choice of these 12.
So I think we go for Jumanji.
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 That was on this slide.
Yep, right there.
And we come from
Okay.
Jumanji down to our next 12. Oh,
Okay.
there's some repeats.
There is some repeats. I think we go to E.T.
E.T.'s a good shout, yeah. We are on 2.
We're on
Ladies
two
and
films.
gentlemen.
Okay, we've got Goonies, Hook, like ones that could work, I don't think. Karate Kid, Baddie, The Never Ending Story, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Oh, I don't know. Because I'm trying to think old movie.
Calum, do the wild card.
What's the wild card?
What the fuck is this?
Sure, let's go for whatever the fuck Baddie is.
3. It's an adaptation of E.T.
What does that even mean? Okay, well now we're fucked. I think you fucked it. Okay, can we do like retractions? Like, can we do like we can go back by one film if we need to?
I mean, technically E.T. is
Fine, we'll make it 4. Click on E.T. again.
there.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just gonna shut up. This is
Go with it in the never-ending story. See, we try and branch off from kids film. This is what, it's 5 now.
Yeah.
But we're on old movies. Keep going. Go back to the first page. Go back to the third page.
I know what one I would go for, but I feel like
What
I should
is it?
remember.
Princess Bride?
What Willy Wonka's 70s? It's the oldest.
Yeah, go from Willy Wonka to Psycho is going to be a big
It's
leap.
just from the time period.
Princess Bride is shoots time period, but it's getting a little bit more adult, and as a classic like Psycho. So that's Princess Bride. It's number 6.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna be able to do it.
Not within 10.
Within 10, I think eventually, I reckon we'll be able to get it. Okay, Ryan, you gotta give me time to read these. Okay, go back. Same films.
Very firmly on kids.
Keep going. Again. Dark Crystal. Very old. I need to watch Dark Crystal actually. Oh, we're getting old now. We're getting really old. Okay.
Every time we do it, we seem to get 8 repeats.
Yes, we're getting a lot of repeats.
It's hard to get away from.
Go to the third page. Have we done Princess Bride already?
This is what we came to this from. I think we're wanting to go Willy.
Sure, I'll trust you. This is 9 now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to get it in 10.
We can go back to the Grinch.
Let's not go back to the Grinch. Keep on going. Go back to the first page. I think Mary Poppins might be a bit of a good shot. It's very old. We're getting very old again.
And there's the 10.
Okay, so let's continue along.
The Sound of Music has arose. We have now just completely unconnected old shit. The Wizard of
Perfect.
Oz.
We need to find... Okay, so not an animated film, but something really old.
It's Wizard of Oz, it's Sound of Music, right?
What Wizard of Oz? I think we might be stuck in some sort of just kids films.
It's Purgatory.
Go Sound of Music.
Gotta go Sound of Music, it's not a kids film. It's not a kids film.
Okay, keep going along. This could be a lucky break. Go on third page. What is My Fair Lady? Sorry, second page. What is My Fair Lady? It's all kids films again.
I think the right choice to go to it. This may take some considerable time. Thank you for staying with us. We have Oliver. We have Around the World in 8 Days. We have ditched children's films. We have
the 10 Commandments. I think that's a shout.
Are we going to do 10 Commandments? On number 13. We have made it religious.
Okay, go back. Jason and the Argonauts. Very old movie. It's a classic movie. It's an action movie, but Ryan, it is adult.
We have ditched kids, and we are now on to 60s. We have just got the 60s as a genre.
60s.
We need to try and get something spooky-ish. Jack the Giant Killer?
This is a lot harder than I thought. Those videos on TikTok we were doing this make it look a lot easier than it actually is.
So, they're probably going for things that are moderately connected, and not How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I've seen people
to Psycho.
I've seen people do some fucking crazy stuff. I saw someone do it as like an action movie and they connected to like Beethoven, like as in the movie.
The dog.
The dog. Go with Sinbad. How much recording time we got left, by the way?
Sinbad.
Oh, well, either or actually. There's none of those two. This is a very old film.
We have just tied ourselves to Sinbad.
No, go back to the second page. Go back to the first. Do Mysterious Island. I think soon we might get to a Hitchcock film. From there, it's fucking easy.
We just need a Hitchcock.
Because he did North by Northwest, which kind of is a
Yeah.
bit of a fantastical movie from what I've heard.
He did like 100 films, to be fair.
Yeah, how much recording time we've got left? Because if we can do this within time.
10 minutes.
We've got time, folks. We've got time.
We'll count it as a win if we can do it within 10 minutes.
Oh, do the one that's got like world in the title. Go back. Next page. That one at the end. Around the World in 80 Days.
It's popped up every now and again. What year are we in here? 56?
We're getting
We're
backwards.
pre-Psycho.
How Green Was My Valley? 10 Commandments. Treasure Island. Jason. Let's go back to the second page. What is How Green Was My Valley? That just
Go
seems...
jump forward. It's.
Oh, it's black and white. Oh, it's 41. Oh, it's black and white movie though, right? It's black and white. We've seen all these ones before. Oliver, How Green Is My Spinach? Next one. Meet Me in St. Louis, The Yearning, Little Women.
I think it could be Meet Me in St. Louis or Little Women here.
Yeah, so that one, Meet Me in St. Louis. Or St. Louis. Is that Judy Garland?
Yep.
What? Holiday Affair. Next page. Ah, shit. I think it might be Impossible, right? This is taking like
We're going Little Women.
Little Women.
We're just slowly creeping up. Yep, of course we're going to get two Little Women's there.
Fuck, I think you fucked up. Fuck up with Little Women.
It's alright, we can quite easily go back to Meet Me in St. Louis.
Oh, keep going. Long.
Fiddler on the Roof?
Go with Fiddler on the Roof. That could mean anything.
We're just getting trapped in the same film.
Yeah, I
purgatory.
think we're kind of stuck here.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's
go
got to
with
be
that.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Based on a lack of other, and it being the most distinguishably different one. We have ventured back into children's film territory.
Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, whatever that means.
Not a children's film. Sorry, is a children's film.
Shit. I say we do 5 more. So this is 1. So we've got 4 more films. I say we give up.
We could not be further away.
Oh, I'm ready to phone it in.
Escape to Witch Mountain
3 left.
has for some reason brought Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on screen. Like, I could just do it.
Just see where this takes
Dwayne
us.
Johnson, the remake of Race to Witch
Well,
Mountain.
we've linked the Grinch to Dwayne Johnson. We could have done it a lot earlier with Jumanji. Return from Witch Mountain. We've linked it to Vin Diesel. That's good enough for me.
I think it's going to be You Can't Handle the Tooth Fairy. And from the Tooth Fairy, we have lots of Dwayne Johnson. Lots more
But
Dwayne Johnson.
we've got back to the Grinch.
But we have got back
And
to
very
the
quickly,
Grinch, which is an ending.
an ending.
So Merry Christmas, everyone, and join in next. What the fuck? Did you catch that in the
Yeah,
corner?
I got that. What the fuck is wrong with this fucking computer and this stupid application?